Hey guys, we are back with another crazy one, and today I'm going to break down my craziest flip setup, right? And this is something I've used over and over again, more like just that one particular trade setup that I literally have my confidence being over 100% on, right? So before we continue with this particular video, if you're new to this particular YouTube channel, don't forget to like and subscribe and stick to the end of this particular video if you're particularly a trader who is looking to run up crazy numbers, and at the same time, the link to being part of our free Telegram community is right here in this particular video description, right? So right on our free Telegram community, we actually have a couple of trades which we've taken so far, and we focus more on trying to like run up better capitals to big capitals, right, or bigger capitals. So this is it so far. We actually did run up a 17 USD all the way to 300, and we could have easily done just the list on this, right? Which on a bigger account, we actually did a 15K of a $500 account, right? So this was the trade setup all caught right there in the private community, right? So for the weekend, we actually did run up BTC, and we actually had over a 1/15 mixed reward on this particular trade right here. As you can see, we actually did run up a $1,000 account all the way to 14,000 USD. So I'm literally going to break this down, and I hope you replicate this particular setup because it's practically a very easy one, right? So the first thing which I've always showed you, or I've always presented my trade breakdown, and I've always showed you all how you can be able to like do this, right? So the easiest way, and I'll keep saying this, is this. You actually need to incorporate the daily time frame into your setup, right, or into your arsenal. And this is what actually made this very possible. As you can see right here, we put every single trade right there, and we were able to like call these major movements, which actually pounded all the way to the upside, right? So for some traders, they're literally going to be like, how are we going to be able to like call this having just 33 pips outside, and we were able to like work over 36, 360 pips in profit, right? And this could have expanded more, but for the sake of not being greedy, we were able to like scale out at this particular point. So I'm literally going to show you all how you can do this, right? So for the first step, we were able to like go all the way to the daily time frame. So the daily time frame, I actually did look out for the presence of price presenting very easy one, right? So for this particular one, we did see the presence of this key level. Price made is higher high, higher low, higher high in respect to body. And if you switch all the way to this particular um, line chart right here, we can see price made a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right, higher high, and we expected a pullback. Okay, now this is a continuation setup, as we did say, which we're literally going to have every single time. Now, in respect to structure, we did say that this was a higher high, higher low, higher high. In respect to structure, we anticipate price running back all the way into this, which propel price to the upside, right? This propel price all the way to the upside if you're trading based off a simple support and resistance and support, right? Which I like to keep it simple this way by saying support and resistance, right? Now, in respect to supply and demand, we actually did have a very valid demand zone in respect to this weak area, which we actually did see price retrace into. Now, remember, as I did say, this was practically a key level. Okay, so this is a key level. And secondly, we actually do have the presence of um, we actually do have the presence of a clean demand right here. Okay, now this is a very easy way to approach this. Okay, now with this demand right here, it was going to be an easy one to already understand what price is literally aiming for. And we actually did look out for price to take out this high. Okay, but now as we actually did have this other candlestick right now, it was a very clean um resistance to price. Okay, so we anticipated price to reject and drop all the way to the downside. So how did we go about this? Now, you all did understand in the previous videos we've actually made in this particular YouTube channel. If you're new to this, you can go check out other videos in this particular channel, right? We actually did talk about the presence of 4-hour engulfing candles being the basics of our scalp setup, right? So we were able to like refine this, have all of these particular levels refined, which I did break down in the previous videos on how to like be able to scale these daily setups. So I'm actually going to go directly all the way to how we were able to like take our entries, right? So this was how it went. After we actually did refine this buy level all the way to this, right? We were able to like map out the last bullish candle, Okay, and since this particular level did get mitigated in price, this one was literally a very fresh zone, and so you actually did make use of this, right? So price rejected, and in order for me to be on the safer side, I actually did wait for the presence of a bullish engulfing candle. Now, since price actually did present a bullish engulfing candle, this automatically becomes the regular 4-hour scalp setup. Okay, so for every single scalp setup which we've actually had in price, which I'm going to show you all right now, we've actually maintained a very crazy consistency, having over just 25 pips in price and click a quick one is 5. Okay, this is 25 pips. We actually did have 25 pips right here. We actually did have 25 pips right here. Okay, we actually did have 25 pips right there, and we've actually maintained this consistency for over and over again, right? So this automatically becomes a regular 4-hour stop, right? But the difference right here is the fact that the daily is practically in control. And since this is literally the first continuation set in line with the higher time frame, we did have this mandate to hold all the way to whatever price is set. So on this particular one, how do we go about this? Price reversed right here, no limit orders, no trying to catch the entries right here. We only want it safe and being on the right side, okay? Now, price actually did expand all the way to the upside, and we did see on the 4-hour time frame that price actually did present us with a 4-hour engulfing candle. So scaling all the way to the 30 minutes time frame, I actually did see the presence of a very clean structure right there. Okay. We actually did see the price did give us the same pattern on the daily. So right here we did see price give us a quick expansion all the way to the upside. All right, so we did see price give this high, low, and higher high, okay? Which this does not necessarily matter. Now we actually do have price giving us the presence of this level, and then price gave us a retest of this particular level. So this is what we call support and resistance type 2. For you who are practically new to this channel, and if you are not new to this channel, you already understand this. Okay, so this is practically us having price making a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, okay, higher high, and it comes back to retest this origin point. Okay, so this is the first rejection, or this is the first rejection, and this be the second rejection all the way from this particular level, having a valid demand zone at this point. Okay, so this is it. Price gives us a higher high, comes back down. Okay, retest this particular one, and yeah, came back into this expansion all the way to the upside. Right, entry was taken right here off a lower time frame. We actually did refine this entire structure all the way to the 5 minutes time frame. Now, again, if you're new to this particular YouTube channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to be part of our free Telegram community. Click on the link in this particular video description to join our free Telegram community, right? So price actually did give us a rally, okay? Presented us with a secondary test. Now scaling all the way to this particular point. A lot of you would definitely be confused as to why we made use of this particular point and not any of this particular area, okay? So one confluence I want you all to understand is the presence of a clean structure. Now, remember, this was practically the point of origin right here. Okay, and since this was practically the point of origin, we actually want to make use of any zone below our point of origin, right? So price actually did retest this the first time. We came back, took a sell scalp of a regular 4-hour engulfing candle. Price dropped back all the way to our entry, right? So if I scale all the way to the 5 minutes time frame, we actually want to look at for a clean structure in this particular area. So scaling to the 5 minutes time frame, I actually did see the presence of a clean structure supporting the presence of the origin, right? So we actually did have this origin point, and we did see a clean expansion to the upside, right? So this was a lower low, lower high, lower low, and then price gave a higher high, higher low, right? Higher high. So right here, you can see the presence of this clean demand right here, okay? Now with this clean demand right here, and this is me trying to explain how you can be able to like have smaller steps as this, right? Now this is not mandatory, as you can actually make use of what you're pretty much very okay with. Now, as I did say, this is my own holy grail, which I'm able to like do crazy flip setups of from like 500 to 20K or so on, right? This is the kind of setup I use in doing them or in carrying out this flip. So if you actually put your mind down and study this, you will be able to replicate this over and over again. Now with us mapping this out right now, I actually did have this long quick area, and in order to make it easy, I only did scale all the way to 1 minute time frame. And on the 1 minute time frame, as I did say, in order to make this real easy, right, we know for a very sure fact that if you have this long range candlestick on the 5 minutes time frame, there's most definitely going to be the presence of a 1 minute clean level, right? So 1 minute clean level right here, map, we did actually have our entry of this right here, and then 50% of this particular candle did give us this crazy sniper, which we actually did look out for, right? And this was not even up to a crazy this was just a 25 pips to 23 pip also price only did drop all the way, just a little bit of 10 pips, right? Before it actually did expand all the way to the upside. Since we actually did have this crazy entry, right? All I had to do right here was tackle every single entry, right? So if I actually have a 20 pip SL, a 25 pip SL, and I actually have a $10 account, if I am struggling to trade, right? All I need to do is to put in all 0.01 into this, right? And then hold it all. And with price expanding, right, we are most definitely going to have price giving us continuation setups, which I pretty much did capitalize on, right? So when we talk about continuation setup right now, we did see the presence of this entry right here, which price did pull back all the way to the 1 minute demand, okay? And then it keeps going and keeps going. Same thing right here, price did pull back all the way to this particular level and expanded, right? So you can literally add up the first set of entries right here and second right here, and then it keeps going. So we've done this over and over again, and this is literally the craziest lips, if we call to call it our holy grail, right? And again, if you are looking to be able to do this, right, be able to like go through the YouTube videos or YouTube channel on every single trade breakdown which you have dropped on this, right? And rest assured, you'll be able to like do this. So if you're new to this particular YouTube channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you're looking to be part of our free Telegram community, you can do what to actually click on the link in this particular video description to join our free Telegram community. See you guys on the next slide, guys.